Okay, so I'm doing a follow-up video to the one I did a few weeks ago that hardly anyone watched. Yeah, and I know that's just because I was reviewing a mobile game, and this time I'm reviewing its companion, but trust me when I say this game is absolute gold, and that's even before we get into the fact that it's free to play, it's got no ads, no in-app purchases, just none of that usual spam that makes me avoid mobile games in general. So stick around, give it a watch, you might even end up discovering your new favourite game. Hi and welcome back to The Shed. I'm Joe Bleeps, and it has been a crazy busy week here, and sadly I didn't find any time for the new projects I've got lined up for upcoming videos, but that's okay because I already had some footage from a few weeks ago when I posted a video about one of my favourite mobile games, Oh Hi, and well, hardly anyone watched it. What can I say? It happens. Anyway, as I said, I always plan to follow it up with a video about its companion game, Oh No. And to be honest, the more I played this one, the more I think this game is even better. It's less frustrating. There's more in the way of technique that you can employ than its binary sibling. But when you beat a puzzle, it does make you feel super clever. So these are the basics as described by the developer. Oh No is a lovely little logic game that follows its own 3 rules. 1. Blue dots can see others in their row and column. 2. Their numbers tell how many. 3. Red dots block their view. And that's it. It's up to you to complete the grid without ever having to guess. Simply tap a tile to make it blue or red and complete the grid. Oh No gives you unlimited puzzles for all grid sizes, 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8 and 9x9. Each puzzle can be played in perfect Zen mode without any pressure. But you can attempt to beat your personal best time in the game's time trials. Oh No is free, without ads, without social network requirements, without locked features and without nag screens. Oh No is a little gift to you. We hope you enjoy it. I really like that, and I do think it sums up the game nicely. It can be played on Android, iOS or on any web browser, and I've left links in the description if you want to give it a try yourself. For now though, stick around and watch me play and talk it through and see what you think. So next up we have Oh No, 0HN0. And if we load that one up, you get a little launch and it will tell you that this is Oh Hi's companion, which is a nice way to think of it. It's a similar layout, it's a similar style, but a very, very different game. Another one created by Martin Cool. So if we just tap to start the game, again, we've got a very similar interface. We can do the puzzles daily. We've got the free play option. There's an explanation of how to play. And within your settings, you've got very similar things like you can show the elapsed time, hint icon if you want it, you can change color themes, and you can donate if you wish. So in this case, what I've done is I've switched off the show elapsed time so we can see how it looks without that little sort of countdown timer here and the best score at the top. If we just go back, we're going to go to free play, and again I'll start with the 4 to just explain the basics of this game. So again, it's a grid based game with 2 different colours, but this time it's about numbers and line of sight. So you've got to have a certain number of blue dots in the line of sight of each individual number. So you start with numbers and the rest of the grid will be made up of red or blue blank dots. So this one already has 1 blue dot in its line of sight, so it can't have any more. It couldn't have one there, so if you tap twice that'll make a red dot, and it can't have one there, so if you tap twice that'll make a red dot. Then it's like a gradual process of elimination because your 3 has 1 there, so it'll have 2, 3 in total. So it's not 3 dots within the area, it's 3 that dot can see. So it can see 1, 2, 3, if that makes sense. The 2, 1, 2, it can see 2 already. So we'll have to make all of those red. That means that these are sort of blank spaces, which means for this 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, and then that would be completed. Hopefully that makes some sense. And then if we go to about the sort of mid-range, we can see where some slight kind of more complex tactics come into play. You're looking for any that are kind of blocked in by the reds to start with. So for example, this 2 can't have anything that way, so it has to have something that way. By doing that, it automatically connects it to another, which can sometimes be a problem, but in this case it's fine. But we would have to block off here. And also this 2 can't have anything else there, so we can block that off, so it's like a little separate pocket. Then this is where we start to add in a bit more of the kind of, a bit like a Sudoku approach, where you can use some of the dots but not all. So for example, this 3 could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 2, 3. In fact, we know it can't be 1, 2, 3 there because we've got a 4. So that would make it to 4. That's no good. That wouldn't work. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we block off here. But if they hadn't had the 4 there, what we could have done is just leave that one blank, but know that we would definitely have those 2. So it kind of works like that. This 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So that already starts to give us away some of the hints. Hopefully that made sense how I was doing that. This 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And along that way, 1, 2, 3, 4. So nothing else that we can add in. Now with a 6, with the bigger numbers, it tends to make things a bit easier. And you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's actually all of the dots within the 6's line of sight that make it up. This 3 has 1, 2, 3 in place, so we'll block that one off. The 4 here, we've still got some possibilities, but the 3 is all boxed off. The 6 is all done. This 4 could go that way or that way, so we'll have to wait and see. The 4 that's here only has 1, 2, well, it has 3 lines of sight, but it's limited by this dot now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're all used up. This 4 now has 1, 2, 3, 4 in its line of sight. So we block off here and we block off here. The 2 has 1, and we can only add 1 extra there so that we can get those 2. That 3 now has 1, 2, 3. And then we're just finishing off at this side with this 4, which has 1 there, 2, 3, 4. And then that one is completed. Hopefully that makes sense. So we'll explore the sort of tactics involved with this game by doing the largest puzzle possible, which is the 9, which feels at first like it's going to be really difficult, but in some ways it's a bit easier because if you get stuck in one bit, you can start working your way in from another direction. There's usually some sort of hint, some sort of clue somewhere to help you from a starting point. And what you're looking for is the red dots to look at numbers that are kind of cornered, and then there might be some of the dots that you can start to expand. So say for example here, this 6, you've got that near the top, so you've got 1, 2, 3 dots that could go there, which leaves 3. So even if you went all the way to the top there, you would have to have 1, 2, 3 there. For instance, the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that it starts to fill up the board relatively quickly. Over on this side we've got a 4, which isn't going to give us too much, but because we've got some dots here, like we couldn't go beyond that point because we'd have too many. So 1, 2, 3, and then you'd have to stop. So there's definitely at least a 4th there. Now that could link to here, but you can see then if we had a blue dot there, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, way too many. So we block that one off with a red, which now tells us that 4 has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, which blocks off here, which now tells us that our 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our 3 has 3 in its line of sight, so we can block that one off, and then we can start to look at some of the other numbers and what they might do. So our 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's definitely blocked off there. This then brings in our 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's not much we can guess with that one at the moment. My 2 there though, 1, 2, there's definitely 1 dot there, might be 1 there, might be 1 there. That 4 is all done. We've got a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, look, that's blocked off there. So that's our 7 all sorted. This 4, 1, 2, 3. So we have to have a 4th here, and we'll block that one off. Our 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 7th could be there or there, but not here because that would link it to those 2. So we block that one off. Our 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could go that way, could go that way. So there's not much more we can add in on there. Let's see, what else have we got that we can do? A 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 7 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. it can't go all the way up to there because we've got a 2, so we block off there, which tells us this 7 actually has a dot there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that kind of works. Our 5 now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in place, so we have to block off here. Our 1 could go that way, could go that way. We'll come back to that one. Our 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's okay there. But this 8 now, because we've got a red here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now that 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, could be one there, could be one there. But if I put one there, how's our 7 doing? Our 7's got far too many, so that has to block off there, which tells us our 7 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. And down here our 8 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this whole sort of section is now coming together. This 8 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then block off here, which now our 2 has 2 in its line of sight, so we block off there. What does that give us? Let's see. Our 3's done, our 8's all done, our 6 is done, our 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in fact we've got 5 there. So if we had 6, 7 there, it would run into that one, so that's no good. So we've got at least 1 extra there. This 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6 is all done. So we have to block off those, which means now our 7 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I run into a problem? Because if I go 6, 7 there, I've got an issue, haven't I? So let's see, where have I gone wrong? This one is no good. So I think I've gone wrong somewhere around here because I can't have the 4 there. Let's just go back a few steps. So if you undo a whole load of steps there, so that tile was reversed to its empty state. See, that 4 has to be connected there, which means that if that, see, the 1 is no good. What if we make that red? Our 6 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I did a 6 without noticing that bit, because now we've got a 1 there. Our 5 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we block off here. That's a dead space, so we'll go blank there. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're blank here. I think I'm okay now. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3's got 3, 6 has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. 8 is all okay there. So this 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block off here. The 2 has 1 there and 1 there. The 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all done. So even if you get a little bit lost, you can go back a few steps and keep building up your scoring. I think I have rambled on enough about these awesome games, but hopefully it's at least been enough to get you thinking it's worth a download, because it's free and it's really, really satisfying to play. So yeah, give it a go. It really is a fantastic game. I've been playing the daily puzzles for weeks and it's still got me hooked, so definitely check it out on your platform of choice. Again, I've left links in the description. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Whether you're a new arrival or a regular visitor, likes and comments are always appreciated. And if you'd really like to help grow this little channel, subscribe and sign up for notifications. Thank you. I'm trying to post a new video every week at the moment, so it is good to stay up to date. Got a whole range of different projects in the pipeline that I am really looking forward to getting done and looking forward to sharing with you. And I promise no more mobile game reviews for a good while now. Okay, I promise. I'm sorry. This is Joe Bleeps signing off from the shed. There's some videos should be popping up here if you want to keep watching me, but otherwise I will see you in the next video. Bye.